I think I caught that perfectly.
Hey, look at that.
Yay! Hi,
I'm
everybody.
trying forever. My bad Mario impression.
Trying forever. Gonna be looked at by everybody. How's it going, folks? Oh, wait, no. Evil mice. Not doing that again. Fix myself, so reset it. All planning my downfall.
Give us cheese.
Is cheese levels?
Cheese must flow.
Cheese is cheese.
Cheese is cheese, man. Cheese can be whatever.
Cheese is an experience, that's for sure.
Cheese.
Cheese is in the eye of the beholder.
64 slices of American cheese.
No. Oh.
Oh,
God. We got
it's just a brick of
it's just a brick of processed yuck. I love cheese grits. I always hate myself when I go to Waffle House with the kids because they fucking love Waffle House. I remind myself because I'm like, I'm gonna get this breakfast. I'm gonna get cheese grits, and I'm like, no, it's like mushed corn mush with 2 slices of American cheese on it. It's sadness in a bowl. Hi, Sam.
Hi, Sam.
Hello, Sam.
of American cheese. Oh God, it's from The Simpsons.
Crap. No.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nate,
can't
I'm
do
not
that.
sure if
No.
you know this, but I'm old.
Put it
I mean,
put it in the private chat. I can't look at that. I forgot. I accidentally fucked up the
Oh,
camera. It's
oh.
my bad. Sorry, everybody.
God.
I saw it though. You don't have to repost it. It's good.
Okay.
oh,
Stick to private chat
Hi, Sam.
for all our memory.
All the memory.
especially if you're lactose intolerant.
That's,
Yeah,
you're not wrong.
pretty sure that's death. I think that just immediately kills you.
64 slices of American cheese is death.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Oh, no.
Anyways,
Anyway.
anywho, we did 2 weeks in a row, guys. We're back.
Whoa!
We're so back.
We are so back, baby.
We're so back.
It's been a bit of a slog, a crawl, but we are so back. Maddie's not here with us today, so somebody else is going to do Maddie's introductions. But today, we'll start with me. Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the DM. I'm Ben. I play all the other characters and voices in my head, as well as Corin, the bird person oracle. Strix, gosh, brain stopped working. All I thought of was bird person from Rick and Morty.
That's
really
exactly
did.
what I was thinking
But
of.
bird person in robes and like with a staff.
Oh no.
It's terrible.
With a what?
With a next is gonna be Sarah.
Hi, I'm Sarah, and I play Viola, the doppelganger investigator.
I could drink so much today. Good lord. Zach.
Hi, I'm Zach. I play Gabe, the... Oh god, this is so confusing. The gnome turned into a fungus leshy who is also a druid. I'm complicated like that.
Very nice. All problems can be solved with cheese. I'm gonna shut up. I can't talk today. I said all problems can
You're
be
gonna have
solved
to.
with cheese. Blech.
All slavlums.
I'm having a hard time.
You're definitely gonna have to talk today.
This is like only my first drink. I don't know what's going on with me. Brain. Nate.
Think of water.
I also
Hi,
got
I'm
water.
Nate.
What?
Good.
It's not just vodka this time.
Not just. Hi, I'm Nate. I play Cypher, the human psychic.
And to pretend to be Maddie is Zach.
It's always me. It was
Oh,
me
I know.
last time.
That's true. It was you last time. I will make you immune from this role because it was you last time.
Okay,
We're
good.
giving you space to work on your impressions.
Yeah, but it's me.
No. Good.
Hi, I'm Maddie, and I play the half-elf, half-Strix laughing shadow magus, and Aaron, and twin to Corin. Pretty good. Thank you. I love it. Thank you. Well,
There you go.
where we left last time is the opulent spires of the palace looming ahead, pristine and glittering in the light, a stark contrast to the grit and shadows of the lower districts, where you spent the last 48 hours pulling off the impossible. The air here smells of expensive perfumes. Spooky girl, I'm so sorry. Get him. Expensive perfumes, blooming gardens, and impending disaster. You are walking shoulder to shoulder with Obadiah, dressed not as rebellious heroes, but as wealthy merchant associates. Hidden secretly beneath your fine clothes is the forged mandate, the silver bullet, that proves the Naqshade Assembly's treason in their collaboration with members of the Symposium. Yet, beneath your feet, Rio can feel the faint rhythmic hum of a massive undercity device, a steady heartbeat of a catastrophe waiting to unfold. The gates are dead ahead, flanked by pristine white and gold wedding banners and the sharp, imposing black silk of assembly guards. The time for hiding is over. The merchant's gambit begins now. So, the assembly guards initially are bypassed quite easily as you guys are making your way inside. There is that strange oppressive feeling of being watched as you pass the black silk uniforms against those pristine white and gold wedding decorations. But just past the initial gate, which Obadiah easily walks you through that initial checkpoint, there is another point where you see a group of people being inspected on their way in and have conversations being had with them. It's not as informal and rude as the gates, because it's the stark contrast of the treatment of people being checked when you're poor versus people being checked when you're rich. Outside was ramshackle, impromptu fences and prisons, holding cells for people being interrogated, rude guards shuffling people from one place to another.
Outside the city.
Yeah, outside the city. In here.
Got it. I thought you meant. Got it. Okay.
Oh no, gosh. Yeah, 5 feet away.
I thought you meant like.
There's
I
a
thought you meant
bunch
like
of
the
fours
first
lined
pass.
up right outside.
Yeah,
They're
I was
just
like,
getting bullied.
they're imprisoning people at the gates of the palace. Jesus.
They're bullying the
okay.
fours. Fuck those guys.
My bad.
No. Inside here, however, it's a polite conversation with a series of assembly guards who seem to take their jobs quite seriously, but are still mostly bullying people that they feel are unarmed and not a threat. They're just double checking. But these are still people that hold great political power for the time being. You know what they're trying to do and who they're trying to usurp to gain the power themselves. And they feel like they're just making the least amount of waves possible amongst the elite of the city, asking the right questions. You can see Consultant Aldrich Vane moving through this courtyard as well, stopping by, having discussions, not paying attention to you, Viola. You spot him in the distance. You were close enough to see him previously when he stopped in at the Gossamer Thread. He's not paying attention or performing a function here. He's just observing and conversing with people in the distance, kind of the middle distance away from you. So not a threat, but you do you clock him as you make your way through this inner courtyard towards the gates of the palace. Obadiah did say before that he would do the talking. He's known here. He has the credentials. But this interesting kind of deceptive challenge as you guys move to, and give me a second, I got a kid coming through. Is it all cleaned out? Very cool. Nice. No, it's not dry. We got hair dye for the kids, so Odin's hair is blue.
Fun. Cool.
So fun.
Yep. We've had rainbow hair before, but Odin was like, I want blue hair. So he got blue hair.
Fun. I did green when I was a kid. It was fun.
It's gonna be really fun when it dries, and he's got that poofy curl. He's gonna look like an 85-year-old lady who dries her curly hair blue. Because it's that color of blue. It's great. Love it.
That's so funny.
So Obadiah is going to be doing the talking. So it puts you guys in the interesting position of not being able to speak as much. You don't want to speak up and be caught out in the wrong conversation line, say the wrong thing that's going to go against what Obadiah is doing. But you need to support those lies without breaking character. You're supposed to be a group of merchants, like the nobles that are with you.
I thought we were mercenaries.
Or mercenaries that are covering the merchants that are with you. So I would like to know
just look like
what
mercenaries.
each of you are doing to try to play the part of a mercenary and look big and tough and scary, or small and mushroom shaped and scary.
I would have that steel shield that I got from down by the river, kind of just just on
Not what
one
I was
hand, and then
thinking.
kind of like casually resting hand on the dagger at my hip. I'm just kind of looking around.
Okay.
Basically just mimicking what I've seen other people who know what the fuck they're doing.
Trying to look relaxed while you're doing it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, probably is pretty relaxed because I don't think once we get past the gate, I don't think Cypher would have a lot of concern about like things going horribly.
Okay. Viola, Gabe, what about you guys?
Mean mugging it.
Mean mugging it.
Viola has her bitch face on, which rarely comes off, to be frank. She is standing up fairly straight. Although she does have the bloody wraps around her leg and is holding the infiltrator's accessory. So maybe if someone were to look a little closely, they'd see that maybe she's trying to put on airs of being tougher than she is on purpose because she has a wounded leg. But that's sort of a double-layered deception that she's got going on.
Like it. The multi-layered deception. Gabe, what are you doing?
Gabe's just gonna sit there and try to look as fresh-faced and green as possible. Sort of belie his skill a little and just be like, "I'm a fresh-faced guard. I'm here to have fun and watch out for bad guys," and just be as completely threatening, non-perceivable as possible.
I am going to take care of something for you, but I just wanted to point out to you really fast, Zach, on your
Yes.
character sheet, you are missing your level 7 general feat.
Oh no.
Oh, I was not aware of that.
You are hurting yourself a little bit here, and we're about to hit level 8, so don't forget to fill out your character sheet.
Well, I thought I did all my.
Yeah, it just didn't pop over there for some reason, so I wanted to make sure you saw that.
Level 7.
okay.
Yeah, that's weird.
So I think that, we can tie your harmlessly cute or like your shameless request into this, just looking like a green, like completely green combatant, somebody that's absolutely not a concern at all. We're going to make that a part of your conversation here
Cool.
as you're making this move. Corin, we'll have Aaron, I think, needs no assistance looking scary and spooky. And Corin does not do very well with this stuff. I think Corin, instead of being a mercenary, would have shown up as someone who is like a ledgermain, like an assistant to these people, that would have their books out and attempt to look a little bit more like they fit in the social role rather than the spooky role. Obadiah goes on to explain the purpose of everybody in the party, introduce the fake nobles, and let me just get each of the three of you to roll me a d20.
Retro. 8.
19.
There.
Woo! 8,
Oh,
3,
come on.
and 19. So overall, as a group, we had trying to support Obadiah's story and bypass this. Looking tough, intimidating. Some of us looking a little wet around the gills, a little new to the streets here. 2 critical successes and 2 regular successes trying to bust in here, which very much supported our nervous folks, our nervous merchants, the 8 and the 3,
good.
as well as Corin trying to look like he belongs here, but not looking at his notes as much, not performing the role of somebody who does not belong or it's like the role of a person who's supposed to be seen and not heard, you know, and just supposed to be supporting his staff. He's kind of nervous and drawing more attention than someone that would have been in that servant role. But collectively as a group, that was more successes than failures because of our 2 critical successes. So the story sticks. It lands with the guards at the gate. We're able to breathe a sigh of relief. We're taken into a secure receiving room inside the palace. There's the smell of expensive incense as we step into the main foyer of the palace. There's muffled sounds of wedding preparations throughout the walls. Glancing down, the hallways are open to the throne room, which is this getting ready to be a reception area, but you can see the empty throne. There is a black shawl hung over the throne that's been there since the king was killed. Well, died. I guess brain died. Didn't get killed. Died.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that would be news.
That'd be new information. No, he died. Since the king passed, and yes. In a long time. The king had such like a footnote in this whole thing. He was just supposed to be dead so the prince could get married. That was the whole point. So there's a black shawl over the throne. And the throne room is still set with decorations mourning him. But it's interesting as they're preparing it. There's the reception area you can see in the distance that's being established in the throne room. There's room on the dance floor, but they are hanging banners that are, Corin had talked about this a little bit. The requirement of someone being crowned to take over was being married. Like they had to be married, had to bind to somebody that was not in the royal class. So it was supposed to be mirroring that old marriage between the military political forces that started this place with the, the more common people, the druids that helped build Gilnara. And it mirrors that in the throne room. There's tables set for the wedding that are covered in the nice whites and golds. And you can see almost like the rising of a sun, the black banners that were covering the previous king's insignia, because there's a family insignia that gets modified slightly as the new family members are introduced. That's the new crown princes. His insignia will be slightly different. So there's the new design that's already established that's hanging on the white and gold banners at the end of the throne room, closest to where all the tables are set for the reception. And they're establishing and hanging these banners that will come down over the darkened black dyed banners of the deceased king, to represent this dawning of a new era. So as the party continues, they will hang these white banners and pull them down to cover, and eventually they'll finish the final ceremony where he'll be crowned king, and they'll take the banner off of the throne and he'll take his seat with his queen by his side. So they're getting all this pre-work done for all the ceremony, all the pomp and circumstance, but it still feels like a cold reality. The marble floors, the walking of all the people, the murmuring and shuffling as they're preparing, it still feels very oppressive, very monitored and very rigid. There's a bit of concern and throughout the people, like even just the help moving through, seeing this group of merchants come in. Normally would seem like they would be greeting these folks. It seems like a fairly warm and welcoming place at one point, but there's just this cold reality of a function that needs to be completed, that knowing how long the king has been deceased, it's unnerving how long this transition has taken, and they really just want it to be completed. The people are hungry to have a king back in the throne. There's supposed to be a power balance structure, and the symposium has been holding it for far too long at this point. Our group, however, is ushered off to a smaller secured receiving room, right off the main foyer, walking towards the throne room, but underneath the grand staircase that heads up to the residential areas of the palace, and the more private rooms for different meetings of state it's restricted. They're chained off, so you can't head up there. Well, chained off, you should not head up there. It's politely suggesting you do not go that direction. But we're moved past the grand staircases to a room off to the right, which is no more than a glorified boardroom. There's a large table, some larger chairs along the outside of the room. There's a few There's about 12 chairs that surround this meeting room table, but there are some seating tables and chairs, like little end tables with 2 large chairs each, and then a hearth at the end of the room. It seems just like a small secured room for people who aren't permitted much further inside the castle, but have earned enough of an audience with the prince or the king to meet them here in this quiet little room off to the side. And one of the ushers that brings you in says that His Majesty will be with you soon. He's quite busy, as you can understand, and we've informed him of your arrival, Master Obadiah, and yes, we will have him to you shortly. You breathe a bit of a sigh of relief as you know that you've made it past the main checkpoints and you're about to be able to share all the information you need to with the prince, who does not have the voice of marriage.
Let's make sure he is the real prince.
Good idea. You have the mirror, right?
Mm.
Okay. What if he's not?
We say nothing. Take the loss, but don't let him know what we know. Just
Obadiah
have
will
this play as a merchant's visit.
Obadiah will go to speak up a little bit. However, we have Ambassador Isolde, Countess Marivelle, and Marshal Corvin with us, correct?
Yes.
Got all 3 of the people we
Yes,
saved?
all 3.
Marshal Corvin will speak up. And how do you expect to get closer enough to the prince to test him? Would you prefer one of us do it? He knows me, and I've shook his hand many times. He would be able to do it again. He has no idea who you are.
We need to let him see himself in a mirror.
I'm sure I could hold a mirror up to him for you. Are you
Yeah,
gonna?
maybe if you like offer it as a wedding gift or something.
I'm sure that would be better received than a stranger he doesn't know approaching him.
Yes, of course. My other idea was to have Obadiah put something over him, like, oh, check out this wonderful fabric, look at yourself and with it. But
That's a possible reason. It could be as a gift.
Mm.
He unclasps
Are there
his
any-
little shawl.
Are there any mirrors in the room?
No, it's a closed space. There's some reflective surfaces in like the display cases, but nothing like a true
Okay.
mirror.
Okay.
Okay, so the plan is to present him with a gift and encourage him to look himself in the mirror.
yes,
As a preliminary, yeah. And then
Are we to assume that he is surrounded by unfaithful servants?
yes.
probably
How are we going to separate him from them?
Marshal, would you be able to command the servants to leave?
Not if they don't
Military
work for me.
purposes?
you could maybe talk about security for the wedding and ask them to show you their protocols or something like that. Have them.
Well, if
Yeah,
they're
you go-
if it's any personal escort to the prince, I'm sure it would be 4 to 6 individuals, and they would leave at least 2 behind.
Shit.
We could try it, but I wouldn't be able to get all of them out. And what business does a merchant have asking the prince for security?
Yeah.
No. I mean, Marshal, since you know the prince, can you ask the prince to tell the servants to leave?
Do we want
Does he
to
trust
reveal
you or not?
ourselves in front of potential servants that could spread the word that we're here?
Do we have a choice?
I mean,
We're going to need to. Go ahead.
It's his residence. We could encourage them to, but they might not necessarily, or figure out a way to use the mirror on them as well. But it depends on who he comes in with. If he comes in with a bunch of those black suited people from the assembly, then we know that they're up to no good. But if
We
it's
can't just attack them.
bodies inside of the wedding preparations would delay it, and we need this wedding to take place still.
Can't stuff too many bags inside of my pouch of holding.
I have a bad
Could
idea.
Yeah.
It's really just on the hope that we can convince him, but tell him that it's a matter of, grave importance and that we need to talk to him alone. We've been dishonest this entire way just to get here. I can't help but wonder if being honest might be the final piece.
It would be helpful, but it's unprecedented as well. The other thing we could suggest is that due to the safety concerns, he get married today and allow a ruse of a wedding to continue tomorrow.
That's actually not a bad idea.
It's not?
Like, if we explain to him the situation, then he can be
Well-
ready at the fake wedding for an incursion.
But he can already be married, yes, but we still need to get to the point where we're telling him this.
It's true.
So,
You can see by my performance, I'm very skilled at deception.
Is that corn?
what we don't... I agree with Cypher. I think once we determine that the prince is real, I think, Cypher, you should just tell him the truth.
All right. Unless anybody objects, I'm fine with that.
Sounds like we have a plan then.
I mean, it's outlandish, but like, who would go to all these lengths just to present someone with an outlandish falsehood? Just to waste his time? What? I don't know. It seems ridiculous. I feel like the fact that it is so crazy kind of makes it more believable in a weird way.
Like, and we have eyewitness accounts, so that should count for something.
Exactly.
We also have paper.
And paper trail helps a lot too.
Yeah.
Viola will get the papers ready, both the letter from the person in charge of the city that we freed like a year ago.
Not Marquis, fuck was his name?
Magistrate.
Magistrate. That's the one.
Yeah, from the new
And
magistrate.
I also still have his signet ring as well.
Yep.
There is the, if someone could sell the lie, there is a group a little bit further north near the desert that offers a blessing in private. It would not be visible to servants, and some of us would have to leave the room as well. The ambassador's, her official paperwork was that she did come from Ashahoya. That's why she's wearing like almost like a burqa, like a big face covering. That would be a significant enough reason for them to leave the room, is that she would only reveal herself to give the blessing. It's a rather old tradition, but two of the cities still carry it. We could claim that she's from there to give the blessing, and we could at least leave her attendant, Cypher, to deliver the news, but the rest of us would have to wait outside. It would get all of the other escorts outside too.
I don't know about doing it alone, but all right.
I don't want Cypher to do it alone.
They wouldn't be alone. Marshal Corvin, Countess Mirabelle, Ambassador Isolde, Obadiah would be here, and we would be just outside the door.
Wonderful.
It would get us over the threshold, and then he could, if the prince believes us, that gives us a reasonable way to excuse the rest of the staff when we all come back in.
All right, I'm willing to try.
I want to be
If it
one-
goes wrong, you'll know. I'll scream.
I want to be with Cypher.
could
Can't she
both
have
be-
2 attendants?
Yeah, we could both be her attendant. Wouldn't be unreasonable to have 2 attendants. Important person.
Wouldn't be unreasonable. That I could do that.
Okay.
Okay.
Corin quickly writes down the rite that she's going to perform, and it's just a simple blessing ceremony that she reveals herself and like takes off the covering, and they pray, and it's a prayer to her gods if she was actually of that faith, and it's taking off the coverings for gods to bear witness to a blessing for a union. And Corin's got the encyclopedic knowledge on it. It's a pretty good cover story. But it will require Corin, Aaron, and Gabe to be outside, and only the official, like only the royal people plus the attendants who would actually see her normally would be allowed in the room.
Viola makes herself look like she's from Ashtahoya and then does a headscarf.
With just enough time as the prince and the soon-to-be crowned queen, along with 10 attendants, come in, escorts for both of them.
Damn.
What are they dressed as?
There's a couple attendants for the princess that are the crowned queen. She's not technically a princess, but the bride that are matching typical oh, crap, brain work, please. I gotta go back to Legend Keeper really fast. Brain map. Kingdom map. Is that it? I forget that the map completely removed all my pins.
Oh yeah.
So the prince has feline features. He is of partial Leonin descent. He does have, that royal lion blood running through him. So he's got a fairly long mane. He's known to be someone who can shapeshift. He doesn't do it typically, but he keeps, long flowing blonde hair, and a fairly large but nicely trimmed beard, broad of shoulders, and looks, he's in his late 20s, early 30s at this point. He looks very princely. But you hadn't heard really anything about his bride. Not a lot of people had. And it kind of catches you off guard briefly as the 2 people that walk in front of the princess that are part of her cohort, that very clearly would be people that either grew up with her or know her really well. Because one is a full-blooded female orc and the other one is a female half-orc. She steps through the door, and you've heard the name Ruvia a couple times, but it sounded interesting and kind of Eastern Thres. But she's very clearly someone who lived on the border between the Thres Protectorate and the eastern border of Tukberdek. She is a
RUVIA.
RUVYA. She either lived in Tukberdek or emigrated to the Thres Protectorate from Tukberdek at some point, but she is a half orc female from the eastern kingdoms of the Thres Protectorate. So there's a couple orcs that enter the room, which is, a little bit of a off-putting moment because you aren't quite expecting it. They're not banned from here by any means, but they, since about 20 years ago when everything went down and they finally formalized their nation, a lot of them kind of retreated into the clans to figure out the hierarchy and how things would work within the civilization in the kingdom. And they've been fairly closed off just from a growing a new fledgling nation perspective. I didn't know if that was Sarah being hot or being like, oh my god, hot.
No,
Hot
I'm just
half-orc
hot.
lady.
Sorry.
No, she's a little bit more human in her features, but she has, the two sharp pointed lower tusks that are coming out just a little bit. She keeps her hair in traditional braids. You can see the colored leathers that are typical of people from Tukberdek that are, it's woven into their hair. And then she has the tattoos that she wears in this sleeveless top fairly proudly. And just very well defined in her musculature. Somebody who looks like she did come from the working class. And she's escorted in by the prince.
Interesting.
And he immediately walks up and greets Obadiah and is introduced to the other people. And he kind of pauses a little bit looking at them. You can see he's kind of seeing the similarities as someone who spent a lot of time with these individuals and now they're here in disguise, but it doesn't set anything off and he doesn't say anything right away.
Wait, who is he recognizing?
The three people you've brought in hiding.
Oh, got it. Okay.
He's like seeing eyes and is like, your eyes look familiar, and like not really, he's not saying anything, but you can see him making the connections.
Got it. I did not know that they were also disguised. I thought they were just them.
They were disguised.
No,
they
we
are
disguised them.
Yeah, you guys did
Okay,
because they're political people that would very clearly
In
be,
danger.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense. Gotcha.
But Prince Irond looks to the group. I apologize that the lot of you didn't have. There's not enough space at the wedding. It's a formal affair. There's only so many seats, and as merchants, you all understand how politics can get. But I appreciate you. Please, thank you for coming to see me today. Obadiah presents the gift as expected, and he kind of looks at the shawl. A little out of place for Obadiah, but Obadiah's really selling it. And somebody can roll a d20 for Obadiah selling this deception.
Who wants to? All right, I'll
Nobody
do
wants to take the risk. You go for it.
14. Please be good at deception.
Irond seems to buy it.
Okay.
Ruvia kind of holds his hand. It's a very nice gift, dear. I suggest you wear it. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. And throws it on. Obadiah sells it. Please, take a look at yourself. It's quite fetching. I think I have a mirror here. My attendant's holding it for me. Please. And he reaches over to Viola to grab the mirror. Take a look. And he looks at it and he admires it. It is quite fetching. You're right. Thank you. I don't think it goes that well with this outfit, but I appreciate it. I will gladly wear it out to court one of these days. And unclasps it, takes it off, hands it to one of the attendants that are with him. You recognize that a couple of them are dressed in the typical attire that you've seen some of the folks working in the house in. And of them, so she has 4 attendants. He has 6. 2 of them in each group seem like they belong there. The rest of them are Noxshade folks. They are wearing the black silk suits. They definitely look like they're not in a place where they belong.
So it's 8 of them total that are Noxshade?
8 total that are Noxshade, yes. So, sorry, 6 total Noxshade, 4 people belong there.
Oh, got it. Okay.
2 in each group.
Got it.
And they quickly, like, as soon as they kind of all come in, they all, the Noxshade folks take up a perimeter. The 2 that belong with both groups, with the prince and and Ruvia, they stick with them. The rest of them kind of spread out and take doors and stuff like that and cover exits. Obadiah then leads into, I see Matt's saying, let me do it. He wanted to roll the d20 for Obadiah. So the rest of the group awaits Obadiah pulling the trigger, and he finally does, and says that one of our esteemed guests is offering a blessing to you. But as you know, from there are peoples in Ashahoya that still believe their humbleness before their gods, and requires privacy to reveal herself so that you may be witnessed for this blessing. And they kind of, Ruvia takes a moment and studies Obadiah. I've heard of these peoples. This is quite an honor. Thank you. And she nods deeply and then nods to her 2 attendants, who immediately, both female orcs, quickly nod and then walk out the doors. And they stop for a moment by the doors and usher the 2 Noxshade people out, and they all the Noxshade folks start looking at each other. It's a brief moment, and the prince speaks up. Well, you heard her. That's an honor, and that she can't be witnessed without her head covering on. So out, all of you. It'll be fine. We'll be on the other side of the doors. There's a bit of a look at Viola and Cypher. And maybe 2.
Both of us just standing on either side of her, Countess.
Trying to sell the image that you 2 belong there, and Cypher selling it incredibly well with a natural 20 on the secret check. But
interesting.
There's a bit of a look, and Ruvia speaks up. I've heard of this. Her attendants will help her, and I assure you it's safe. I can handle myself. After a moment, everybody gets ushered out. Orin, Aaron, and Gabe take a step out as well. And the doors close behind you. And the floor is yours, my lady. Thank you for this blessing. And
the bride is there as well, right?
Yep,
Ruvia?
bride is here as well. Yep, Ruvia is here as well. And at this point, Ambassador Isolde takes off her headdress, and my prince, I fear that you are at the center point of a massive plot against you. There's a bit of a step back, and Marshal Corvin kind of lifts up his hat and pulls down the fake beard, and Countess Miravel does the veil across her face, and they all reveal themselves, and the prince looks around and goes, "Who are you 2?
Pointing to me and Viola.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm really sorry about all of this. My name's Cypher. This is Viola.
Ruvia,
what we're about to tell you is
loops her arm into her boyfriend's arm at this point, well, her fiance's arm.
What we're about to tell you is going to sound insane, I think, and all I can really ask is that I'm begging you to believe us, because we've worked really hard to try and help you to get to this moment, really. Where do you
Viola
even
takes
begin?
out papers and puts them.
I'm just going to cut to the the real pain point of it. The Noctshade Assembly are killing and replacing people because they want to get close to you, and we are beyond a shadow of a doubt convinced they have some sort of nefarious plan for this city and probably the region and maybe the world, and they're using you to do it. And we've been trying to help. We have, I think, in small ways, but now we're here because, well, we're at the finish line almost, and you need to know. You deserve to know. And, you know, they keep records. They're really detailed. You can read it if you like.
Well, I suspected numbers at the symposium for a time. Do you have any evidence?
Yeah,
A lot,
there.
actually.
If at all possible, at any point, if I would need to, I would like to use unbelievably believable as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Burn a mythic point now, I guess.
Yeah. You're going to be making a request at this point?
I guess it's request, yeah. Either request or make an impression. I don't know which it would be, but yeah.
For him to, this is going to be a request. So,
Okay.
Diplomacy at Mythic. You can go ahead and roll it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be pretty good. 18 plus whatever mythic makes it. Where's the mythic toggle?
Sorry, I
Do-do-do-do-do. 23 for mythic. Plus 23. So 18 plus 23 is what, 41?
Jesus H.
41, yeah.
Damn.
This is how Cypher became the mouth of the group.
This was one of the most important checks was to get him through this, and look at this, but he takes a step back, reads through everything. Ruby is looking over his shoulder diligently at it.
Well, she's
Obadiah
kind of
very
attending
subtly
as well.
like moves the mirror to where she can see it too, and looks like kind of nods at you and hands it back. I suggest you put your head covering back on there, Ambassador Isolde. Thank you, all of you, for bringing this to me. This is
They plan on
Stressing.
doing a coup tomorrow during your wedding.
we need time to figure out what we can do to stop that. Then, if they've got pieces in place, Marshal Corvin, I think that you could possibly help with people's moving in and out of the city, but there's a standing force of these people, this new security regime. They told me the Noctshade Assembly was here to help and had mercenaries that were capable, and we could double the city's defenses. And I apologize for being a young man so unbelievably in love, but I was very excited to be wed tomorrow, and I figured that once this was completed, we could handle the issues of their slight overstepping, but it sounds like they've grossly overstepped bounds by forging the papers that allow them to do this.
They've killed a lot of people.
See that. Ambassador Isolde, I would request that you officially ask for assistance from our friends in the north and have force begin making its way here in the event that there is all-out war. Marshal Corvin, have your forces ready to respond, to move in and help to capture and keep all districts in the top half of the city from allowing people in and out. I think that there's a couple places that they've been congregating near the gate wards as well. I suggest you barricade them within those buildings tonight. Countess Mirva, we have some civic authority needed to help the people and to stop what we're doing at the gates. I've been grossly misled as to who's the real danger. we're going to need more time. So,
We don't have more time.
we do.
Whatever they're doing.
We do when you're
is-
the prince, and we need more time today. So, you all will be staying as my personal guests for a special dinner this evening. That should buy us another 10 or so hours when I put you up in my estate. And you stay here to attend me for a special dinner this evening. We can figure this out, but we need to keep up appearances, so this ritual should be ending very soon. We will
Okay.
have luncheon in 2 hours, and we will move it upstairs to one of the balconies, I think, my dear, and we will attend our friends there.
I would avoid balconies.
I don't think lunch between some close friends on a balcony should be a concern, especially when it faces the inner courtyard.
How high up is it?
3rd story. We planned to take lunch on the balcony anyways. It would seem odd if we moved it suddenly. Expanding it to
Okay.
include some guests is different. Ambassador Isolde's got her head wrap back on, and she's urging Viola to do the same.
Oh.
Thank you
All right,
very
sure.
much for that great blessing. Please, Master Obadiah, allow our guests to come back in, or our tenants to come back in. And he goes and knocks on the door, and everybody kind of files back in. He looks back to one of his assistants. Henry, our friends will be staying for lunch today as well as dinner. There was an oversight. They were supposed to be attending, and I feel I've done them a grave misdeed in not allowing them to attend the wedding. So they will be joining us today. I have like a few other things to do, and my lovely bride has some things to take care of as well. We would ask that you all join us for lunch on the 3rd floor balcony, and please establish them in a sitting room this afternoon. They can stay for the day, and we'll have them join us for dinner. And then I think we can discuss plans to correct this oversight with some more favorable trade for your consortiums over the next few weeks. We owe you a great deal of thanks for what you brought to us. Please, motions for all of you to head out, and the attendants buy right in and escort you guys up inside the castle a little bit further. They take you up to one of the sitting rooms, and Ruvia follows the group of you, and she, you hear her say something loud enough to her fiance. I'll make sure that they get where they need to go. You have things to do. Follows the group of you up. You're all seated inside. The prince's attendant gets you set up and brings in some quick refreshments, and she's thanking you and showing you like the library, just going through the motions of like things that you can do while you wait to talk to the prince later and have lunch with him, and pulling the whole I'm about to be a queen vibe. She's doing surprisingly well for someone who seems to have come up from a common sort of birth. More common. And as the last of the attendants leave, she's got the 2 with her from the Knockshade, and she goes, just guard the door. I want to make sure that my friends are well taken care of. And she's just shutting them out. Turns and nods to the orc lady next to her, who immediately steps forwards, opens a pouch on her belt, and then scatters a bunch of bones across the floor. Kneels and starts moving her hands quietly, and then places them up, and you see this soft blue glow of runes on all these bones lift up and kind of go whoop, punch my microphone, and just poof up and fill the room as these runes scatter across the room. Collapse back down. She collects the bone, nods to Ruvia. My shaman says that the room is clear. Thank you. Any magic?
I thought you were going to try to kill us.
No, you're saving my wedding. Why would I do that?
I don't know. We've met
We're
a lot
just
of
kind of
weird people.
paranoid.
Yeah.
I mean,
I love your tattoos, by the way. They're really pretty.
Oh, thank you. They have many meanings that I would love to go into detail with you at a later date, but Gotra says that everything is cleaned in here. She's quite an expert shaman. You can speak freely. I can only be in here very briefly, or they will start to ask questions, and the last thing we need, so I will return to you at the first available opportunity. You have my thanks. And she steps out and says, yes, if you need anything, please just knock. There will be attendants in the hall. They can get you whatever you need. She steps out. Our group, Obadiah, Ambassador Isolde, Marshal Corvin, Countess Merval, are all left to their devices as you all get the chance to breathe briefly. You all did very well. I mean, if I didn't
so
think.
glad that went well.
This shit's nerve-wracking.
I hate talking to people that are important.
You all did quite well.
You're very good
great
at
future.
it. You're very good at it.
Just kept envisioning like horrible possibilities where like he just decides that he doesn't like us or that he thinks we're stupid and he decides to kill us. Okay.
Yes.
Well, that went good.
You did beautifully, Cypher.
Thanks. Good.
Yeah,
I'm glad you
I
had all
think whenever
the...
we need to like talk to people, it should be you.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it.
You have
Usually
very
it's just...
good people skills.
It's just, I don't know. Feels normal. Okay, now what? Because that was the hard part, right? But
Yes.
there's
Yeah.
also the next hard part.
The next
Well,
part we need to plan. So,
yeah, and we,
filling Gabriel in on what they told us.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah.
Well, it sounds like we
So-
can't really plan until the prince is like ready to talk
Yes.
with us.
It sounds like he may actually have a lot of things under control. He has a lot of ideas of how to help protect his city.
Well, I think
So-
that the fact that they don't know that we know is good. Maybe we can use that to our advantage somehow. Catch them by surprise. Lay like traps
lot of
or
this-
something.
Yeah, I think a lot of this is going to catch them by surprise. I mean, the marshal's going to detain a bunch of them in some buildings.
We could do you guys know any like magic like trap
No.
spells? Like something we can just like inscribe underneath the floor or something? I don't know. I'm just panicking. I'm trying to think.
I've read about runes that do that. I can't do them, but I've read about them.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's magical nature runes, but nothing I think that I know that would be of any use to us other than like I can kind of make the ground hard to traverse because there's mushrooms everywhere, but that's not really going to hinder them too much, I don't think.
No.
Unless they're allergic. We probably shouldn't hope for that, though.
I could make somebody fly.
Flying is good. I like
Um,
flying.
I don't know. I may prefer to have both of my feet on the ground.
Yeah. My thought is like, what if, well, Cypher, you can fly too, right?
Not today.
Okay. Because I was
Already
gonna say, I could make, yeah, but I mean, like, you can fly by yourself. Like, you don't need me to make you fly. But I could make you fly, and that could save up some of your energy, and then you could just, like, fly around and be like, blast, blast, blast!
I hadn't thought
we can
about
do
fighting people while flying.
There are over 200 dignified guests in attendance at the wedding, and the reception is
Yeah, there's that too.
about 350. I would say that between that and all of the additional security that will be present, flying and fighting is not the best option.
Good. Because I don't.
Just usually
really
how we solve
want
things.
to.
It is one way to solve
Subterfuge and
things. And,
assassination.
well, I think that if political power that they were trying to take is the goal on their behalf, that maybe we should follow the earlier suggestion and figure out a way to marry them tonight. Because then power will be cemented, and he could do as he needs to in defense of the nation.
Well, there's also the extra, whatever they're planning, this weird sky planar stuff.
Did you guys tell Obadiah about that?
No.
Or anybody else? The four of them
I thought
collectively
so.
kind of go,
It would have been in the writings that we handed off to the prince, but no, he didn't tell any of them about it.
They're planning on merging a bit of our plane with the Shadowfell.
That's kind of
That's
how we got
great.
into this whole mess in the beginning. We went to Duskreach looking for a friend, and we found out a bunch of stuff about how they're sending mirrors and like copy people and replacing people, and it's all to somehow like overlap the two. I don't get it. But
Someone was able to merge a bit of the Feywild and Duskreach and create a brand new place. And they're trying to do the same thing with Seorion and Duskreach. And there are these giant runes underground that one of us is searching for that are doing that.
Ambassador Isolde will speak up. That makes everything quite easy then, because now we've limited the target list to a very small number of people. They wouldn't have the authorization to do those things without the assistance of the symposium. The Noxshade Assembly is an outside group. They have to have people working with them inside the symposium, because those are the only people who had some power while the prince was to be wed. If they were making those moves and they were the ones that were working against him to keep him from being wed, then that's a very small list of people comparatively. I mean, you're talking about, instead of a guest list of 350 individuals, you're talking about the 40 or so seats on the symposium.
Yes.
40 is a lot of people still.
Well, you have 10 of them that you've already ruled out. Those of us that were moved and replaced, we all hold seats on the symposium. You're
Yeah.
down to 30. They moved against those people. Now, of those 30, some of them are clearly going to be corrupt. We could squeeze them for information, or we could move against them more quickly. Marshal, you have forces that could put those people on house arrest. Sequester them
Is that
away
going to
from
stop them from doing what they're doing?
It depends on what the goal is. If it's not yet achieved, who knows? Corin will speak up a little bit too. If we were to think about this logically, if they needed the prince out of the way and power not to be consolidated again within the crown symposium balance, then it means that they're not ready and they needed more time.
That does make sense.
So our advantage would be to remove the power and those individuals that are assisting them. They won't be able to achieve their goals.
Okay. Then we can ask the prince for, or unless you know the names of every other symposium person, what they do, and you don't know what they've been doing, but if we can get information on the symposium position holders, nobility, politicians, move against them tonight, even the innocents. Just make sure that they stay in one place and then offer a really big apology when it turns out that, half of them are not evil.
Countess Miravel will speak up to that one. The patriots amongst us will be happy to be held for a time so we can cut out the rot. We will gladly stand in holding on behalf of the country, but the concern still stands. If they are captured and the wedding does not go off, then they are left still holding the power at the end of the day, and it's a few people usurping that power from the larger whole. We need the wedding to occur.
Yes, I believe we were all on the same page for that. Do the members of the symposium need to be there for the wedding to go off?
Like for it to be official or for it to happen at all?
For it to be official, it must be witnessed by at least 1/4 of the symposium. You know 10 names that are on our side, and people who have been removed.
Yes.
Yeah. That is a
We-
quarter.
We leverage the marshal's forces tonight to rescue those individuals and bring them together to witness a ceremony. Then in the wee hours of the morning after that's completed, we capture the other ones. We hold all of us.
Sounds like a plan.
It's going to be a really long night.
The difficult thing is figuring out how to maneuver this quietly so no one else notices.
Well, we can be quiet. We just need as few people to know about it as possible, and we need to do it as quickly as possible so word has no time to travel.
What we really
I can
need is
also-
a shipment of clothing or something to be brought here so we could disguise the crown prince and his bride and get them out of here, because the last place we'd want to hold this is here. And then we would need to extract them from the building.
We
Couple
have
of
our
magic-
orbs.
Wardrobe stones.
I don't suppose illusory magic clothing counts? I haven't bought new clothes in like a month.
Yeah, Viola and Corin kind of share a look for a moment. They've only been checking people on the way in, not the way out.
Exactly.
Good work. But they would need
Barring
a
that, I do
path
have
to-
my old clothes, but she's very big and muscly, and I don't think it's going to fit her.
They would need a path to leave unobserved and to get out of their estates.
Okay.
Okay.
So what we would need is an excuse to walk part of the grounds today, which we partially have,
We're guests.
and we would need to do some investigating around the palace to find a way out. So that being
I
said,
can.
kick
Yeah,
off
new
a little the new case, a little reverse infiltration.
Ooh.
You guys need to
I believe
figure
that
out-
exfiltration.
Yep, you guys need to figure out how you're going to scout the grounds and find out how to get these two out of the grounds tonight.
Sewer level. Of,
As we kind of devolve into discussion, you have we're gonna put up a little clock of time to do things. So you have two major activities today. We're gonna split it up into 4 time blocks, and we're gonna say everybody's allowed to do a check per time block just to make it easier. And you guys can decide how you want to approach this. Tell me what you want to do. And we're gonna bring it up into 2 halves. So after 2 time blocks, you guys are going to get the chance to meet for lunch. And then probably either at dinner or after dinner is when you're going to want to make whatever switches you need to make, because that's the last time they're really going to be moving about the castle grounds too much. And that's when you can make your things happen. So you've got about 4 rounds of time with 1 spot where you're going to be able to stop and brief the royal couple on what's going to happen.
Okay.
And we're going to put it as time before extraction, and we're going to make it purple for happy wedding color. But
my plan for letting them know as stealthily as possible is just over dinner, telepathically relay the plan once we know exactly where we're going, and how we're getting them out. Just, hey, here's what we found. Here's where we're going. Put this on.
okay. You remember you have Erin as well who can assist, so you can
Yes.
ask her to go do something. But for these sorts of challenges now, like we talked about last week before we jumped in, you guys are more loosey-goosey free just to tell me kind of what you want to do, and there may be some more secret checks involved, but I will just ask you guys to tell me how you want to approach this. And we can obviously have Erin take care of stuff too. So if you want to have her running around and looking around, but there will still be internally the same. You guys know how the system works, so there's still going to be. I'm going to be tracking all that stuff internally now instead of publicly.
Mhm.
Viola would like to disguise herself as a member of the Nockshade Assembly and walk around the palace.
Sounds good. You've got your disguise kit, yeah. And you've also got your. Are you going to do the illusion, or are you going to do the just your shapeshifting? Because both of those are susceptible to the mirrors, but again, you've only seen that at the perimeter. You haven't seen those inside.
Yes. No, she's going to shapeshift and
Okay. Are you going to head out through the door you came in?
No.
Where are you going to head out? Because you're in like a kind of a large seating room. It's kind of like a galleria. There's a few paintings and stuff, some shelves of books, a couple desks. It's more of a it's really like a receiving room for someone who's going to be there for the day to do work, take a quick nap, a spot for them to have a little privacy.
Is there a window?
A full bedroom. Yeah, there's some windows that lead out to the courtyard. You're on the second floor, right?
Yep. Erin, you said you can fly now, right?
Yes. Again. Myself.
Do you want to go downstairs?
I can try to carry you.
We just need to fall more slowly.
Following with style. Okay. Can do. I can try.
That's all I ask.
You can go ahead and choose somebody who you want to roll her athletics check then, because she has to carry you down and...
Not it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, Zach.
I rolled overdrive. Not it.
Okay. So what is it? It's a D20.
Yeah, it's an athletics check. Just throw a D20 out, and she's untrained, so it's probably gonna have to be made mythic.
I don't know what her.
Oh dang!
Oh
dang!
Let's go!
Amazing. She has a +2 to athletics.
Oh god.
But with her fly speed holding on to you guys pop the window, look around. Like the courtyard has been set up for a while. It's got lots of like terraces, and there's all these beautiful silks and stuff hung out because it's supposed to be like the wedding they wanted to do out in the garden, and then move into the throne room for the reception, the official crowning ceremony, and then have dinner and all that good stuff. So it's like really pretty and natural looking. There's a lot of the influence from Ruvia's home out here as well. You see a lot of those very, very colorful shamanistic silks from Tukberdek. And it's enough cover for you guys to just kind of float down. Erin goes, what do I do now? You land softly.
I suppose we're probably going to be doing the same thing, but you are better at hiding in the shadows. We're looking for exits from the palace.
Okay.
Potential exits for the prince to take.
All right, I'll work on that. You see her slip off and start to move her way between people working and ducking between sight lines, just being very careful to not be noticed. And she kind of takes note of the spot to get back up, and she takes off.
And Viola will do the same thing, except hiding in plain sight.
So just just using your deception to blend in. There's a brief moment, and as you kind of make it up to your first set of people that are going past you trolling, where one of them stops you. Aren't you supposed to be with a shift partner? You're wearing the same outfit they are, correct?
Yes.
We've doubled up all the guard. Why are you out patrolling on your own?
I had to go. I'm not actually patrolling. I'm going back to my quarters. I think my partner may have slipped me something that made me sick to the stomach. I'm headed back.
Exits out. that direction. Are you feeling one that starts to reach up to touch you? Does not seem to be buying what you're saying.
I'll allow him to touch. My skin feels like skin, so reaching for that.
Let me see some
right.
identification. Who are you supposed to be with?
Okay, look, I really don't have time for this. I'm here I'm here on behalf of Aldrich Thane. He gave me a task to complete alone.
I just got brought dinner. Yum.
Yay.
Here on behalf of Aldrich
It
Thane.
is
All right.
manner.
Yep, go ahead.
It is a very important task that should not be noticed by most people. Good job, you noticed.
No, fuck off.
Fuck off.
Yeah, you try to sell this to his face and he hears the name drop. I just kind of looked, why would Aldrich send you on a mission on your own? That makes no sense.
Well, that's what she was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't actually say that.
She thought about it.
She thought about it and saw that that probably won't go so well. So instead,
What else are you saying?
she's saying that they've actually sent me to triple up with someone. They wanted a few patrols to be in groups of 3 now.
It's good. Yeah, the extra security would make more sense. Okay. So you glimpse that future knowing that what you were going to say was not going to work, and you leverage rewrite fate and you rewrite it to be a little bit more believable of a story, which he believes. Very well. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for another triplicate then, and it makes more sense. Keep going. And motions to his partner, and they continue on. All right. While they're out patrolling, Gabe, Cypher, what are you up to?
If you don't know yet, I got an idea.
Yeah, go.
All right, so Gabe is going to shed the merchant-like garb and try to look like he's still like a kid, and he's gonna look at and he's gonna peek his head out the door. Are there any guards at the doors?
There's a couple of them patrolling up and down the hallway. Not stationed directly outside the door, but moving up and down.
Okay. He's gonna approach the guards and he's gonna just look at me, I'm cute. He's gonna say, I'm a guest and I was told we're staying for lunch, but I have some special dietary restrictions. Where's the kitchen? I need to talk to the staff.
Assuming we're using our shameless request
Yes.
for a harmlessly cute.
Yes.
Even in
Anytime I
the
do
midst of
this,
all
it's
of
kind of like.
Even in the midst of all of this, they believe you sometimes. Let's see. Make it a request. I love that they can never reduce their attitude towards you.
Even if it's absurd.
Even if it's absurd.
Yeah. Can you give me your money and your weapons, please?
Please.
Please.
So you can make a
Walk up to
request.
the king. Can you make me the king? I like this mushroom child. Get out of here.
I like his chutzpah.
Yeah. Kid's got moxie.
You make the request and they're just flat out Absolutely not. You can deal with it at lunchtime. Just go back to where you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to be out here.
I am gonna leverage rewrite fate on that one.
Okay.
And seeing that was the outcome of that scenario, instead, he's going to just. I have to use the little mushroom room.
You being naughty and noisy. I can reach for my mic mute there. I mean, I guess a bathroom wouldn't work really well for you. Sure. Yeah, just down this hall to the left. Just check back in with me when you come back. I expect you back in like, what, 10 minutes or so?
Aye, Captain.
Not a captain, but... You make your way down and like salute again as you head into what's clearly a water closet. Close the door behind you. Wait 5 seconds. Pop the door back open, and he and his buddy are like laughing, walking away, just like kind of chortling to each other. And you got a clear path down the hallway a little bit if you want to go scout around a little bit.
Yeah, I want to go and actually try and find the kitchen, or where the staff, like the kitchen staff, are.
Go ahead and for that, give me a society check.
Sure. Society.
Most of the staff doesn't notice you out of place as you're kind of walking around, and one of them sees you as cute and is like, "What are you looking for, buddy?" And you're able to kind of talk to them a little bit with a nice society roll, and they point you in the right direction. It's on the, it's on the first floor. It's at the back, and they, let's see. Yeah, they offer to walk you over there.
Oh,
Take
thank you.
Down there. Were you looking for someone? Are you lost? Are you supposed to be helping out today, or you a guest?
Well, I'm a guest, and certain foods make me really, really, really sick, and I just want to make sure that the food being served today won't make me really ill.
That's really
That's all.
cool. That's really cool for you to be invited to the castle to get to eat with the prince. And you must have some pretty powerful parents or friends, huh?
I came here with some merchant traders, and it's really nice. Everyone's been so nice. It's not like this back home.
Where's back home?
Oh, back home in, God, this is Zach struggling, not Gabe struggling. I am trying to remember the region I'm from, the foresty area. Oh God, Zach, remember your own backstory. Part of the Hessos states, I know that.
Mm-hmm.
Not Caliset.
No, I was.
No, he's way he's up north.
Yeah. So pretend Zach is smarter than Gabe, and Gabe will say, "Yeah, I'm from this place."
Yeah.
Because Zach does not know.
You're a long way from home. Yeah, I bet there's a lot of people coming down from that region. It's a Hessos States trades with us a lot. We're very thankful for our neighbors to the north.
Yeah. Well, we had to come. I mean, it's a huge event.
It's very big. That's right. You don't see every day a prince getting married, so it's nice for you to get to come be a part of it.
Internally, the 20-something-year-old Gabe is just like, "Oh my God, is this how kids actually act? Oh my God. Okay, yeah." And he's just like, "Yeah, I'm real excited, dude. But I'm a kid."
She eventually gets you down and goes, "Okay, well, if you go in there and talk to the head chef Rana, she will happily help you out with your request.
Thank you so much.
Tell her that Miss Sally sent you, and she'll take good care of you."
You got it. And he's gonna do the cute little salute thing again, and just.
What an adorable little boy, and she sends you back in there. Yeah, you're able to make it down to the kitchen. Pass off the name of Miss Sally, and Rana asks you like what special accommodations you need.
Oh, well, I just want to make sure that there's no like plants in the food for me at least. It's a personal thing because of,
Mm-hmm.
it's really
It's actually kind of cannibalism, and it's really insulting to make you eat.
no
to make me
mushrooms,
eat
no
it.
fungus. Yeah. Like skip the mushroom soup for me, thank you.
Okay.
And really, I just wanted to see the kitchen because I know that like everyone in the kitchen works so hard all the time. You guys must have some really fun stories about like, coming in late at night through back entrances and stuff like that. And I wonder, like, what's that like?
Then give me one more society check to see how well you're selling this for fun.
One more society. Okie dokie. $23.
I like it. You start to kind of become a little bit of a buzz there. People move their workstations over closer to you to talk with the enamored little kid, and they share some stories of like the young prince sneaking in and getting like cookies late at night, and then one of them shares a more romantic story recently about, you know, how he was enjoying a special wine with his bride to be, and like they wanted to enjoy it outside of the choking like density of the courtyard, and with all the concern they got escorted out the back to one of the exits that would like lead typically, and she's like, oh yeah, we normally use it for bringing in shipments that we won't want to take through the front gate, but there's a nice cutoff. If you head through the bushes on the right, you can actually make it up to where the cliffs peak over the bend in the river, and it's really romantic under the light of the moon. And she leans on that side, but you clock there's an exit out that way that goes to the left, and I can take it down the supply trail.
Excellent. You want to know something? You talk to the kitchen staff.
You get real cheeky and cute for a while, and eventually they get you a way in. I just noticed that Zot was at like almost no life, and so is Evan, because they've been leveling up and not taking damage.
Oh,
That's funny.
All right. Sniper.
Let's see. So I guess would Gabe have told us that you were going to go look for some sort of like exit route?
Gabe did what he usually does and didn't tell anybody shit and just went and did a thing.
Perfect. So I, not knowing that, I'm going to, as I'm kind of like walking towards the door, just,
Hey, I was wondering if I could maybe get some fresh air. It's kind of, I don't know, I get claustrophobic. Is there like a courtyard or something I can walk around in?
Yes, you'll have to be escorted though, miss.
That's all right.
Two of the Knocked Shade Assembly folks get assigned to you that are on patrol route, and they take you down to the courtyard.
Okay.
And they walk you to the interior courtyard that you can walk around. You can see all the same preparations that Viola and Aaron saw a bit ago.
mm-hmm. Looking around, I want to see if there are any routes that look like they are exceptionally well guarded, like groups of like 3 or more stationed at any doors or any like hallways or anything like that.
Mm-hmm. There is a royal entrance to the courtyard that descends from their residences on the 3rd story down to the courtyard on the north end. That's going to be the side that goes up towards the cliff top a little bit more, but typically that's how they would access the courtyard. They wouldn't go down through the interior of the house. There's a balcony exit for them, and that's the 3rd story balcony on which you guys are supposed to have lunch.
Okay. I have a thing that I can do. I need to find it. Where is it?
What are you
never
looking
mind.
for?
Does something different.
Okay.
The mask of empathy was a different thing. Shit. Okay, so it doesn't look like anything specifically other than a royal entrance is like more guarded than.
Just that staircase leading up to the royal entrance, that's a little bit more guarded. But there's a couple other patrols out here, and you see there's a few other people that may be here for the similar reasons. You know, that are kind of idling around, spending time. That may just have the day, and a meeting later on, so they get to spend some time in court. But the majority of court is not here because they're at home getting prepared for the wedding tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
The servants are fixing up the building.
Okay. I think. Okay. Such a bad idea.
Do it.
No, I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, no. after kind of just like walking around the courtyard for a little bit, I want to use the mask to get a sense for how many people are with me? Attendants?
2.
Okay. Let me do. Okay, so I just want to use the mask and focus on one of them, just kind of sitting on just like a bench near some flowers or something like that. I want to learn its emotional state.
The emotional state of the flowers?
No. The Knockshade guy who is escorting
Knockshade
me.
guy. Okay. I was like, flowers? I was confused for a moment. Oh yeah, you take a brief sit, put on the mask of empathy, and well, not put it on.
It's always on.
It's always on.
Yeah, it's
Activate
invisible.
it. And that lets you get the surface level.
Learn its current emotional state is what it says.
Okay. He is stressed. There's some clear tension, but there's also like a deeper seated tension.
Mm-hmm.
That's more dread than panic.
Interesting. As I'm sitting there, just,
Hey, you seem kind of on edge. You okay? Do you want to sit?
I'm good. I can't sit. Thank you. He has
No,
a
no,
partner
really,
that's about
please.
20 paces away, just kind of like looking out, but that's the partner.
Please, really, it's fine.
I could lose my job. I'm not supposed to sit in cavort. I'm
I'm
sorry.
not going to tell anyone.
Well, there's plenty of eyes, as you can see.
Yeah. This is a lot of people watching a empty, mostly courtyard.
Well, you never know who's going to try to sneak in.
Who would even try? That'd be crazy.
It would be, but that's why they hire us. In the event someone does.
Has anyone tried before?
Ever tried to do something like
Anyway.
that?
People have. You never know. It's a royal wedding. Or maybe someone
No, but
wants
like, since you've been working here, has anyone tried?
to. Not that I'm aware of. No.
Oh. Nothing interesting in that time then?
No. It's a pretty easy job. I keep an eye out for ne'er-do-wells and get paid decently.
Good pay's nice. That must
Yeah.
help with the stress at least, right? At least
little
you're getting
bit.
paid good.
Yeah, decently enough. It's better than I was making as a. I don't have to travel as long on the road, and I these guys paid me better than I did as a sellsword when I was guarding caravans.
That makes sense.
And I get to stay here.
It's
where
all
my
sorts of
family's
hard
at.
life.
It's-
Oh, you have family.
Hmm?
Tell me
Yeah,
about
but
him.
I have a wife. Her mother lives with us. We help take care of her, and then I've got 2 young girls.
is he lying to me?
He seems genuine. He seems to be losing a little bit of the edge.
That's nice. Kids are cute, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. They're adorable. They've got their mother's eyes, thankfully, not mine.
I should get back inside. What's your name?
Do you want to know my name? I'm just another guard that's out here working.
I know. You're keeping me safe.
That's a lie.
All right, well,
What's your name?
take me back to my cipher.
See. Oh,
Take me back to my my quarters, Thessaly.
yes, ma'am. It just sees that it takes him a minute to recognize that you're just playing with him and toying.
Playing with him. Yeah.
So he nods and leads you back.
When when we get back to the room, as I'm going to the door, just want to, as I'm about to close it, just...
I'm sure your wife and children are very proud of the work you're doing here.
And then close the door. I'm going to sow this seed of doubt in this motherfucker. It's the last thing I do.
Yeah, the surface emotions change pretty fucking quick. You come back and Corin's got a few documents, like tomes out, and he's doing some research on Threst Protectorate law, like where the room you happen to be in had some old law books, and he's trying to look at codified constitutional law and understanding what the marriage requires and seeing where he can cut corners.
Just plop down next to Corin and flop my head on him.
Men are really easy to manipulate. Not you. You're actually kind of special. Well, actually, you might be too. I don't know. I haven't tried, but...
I don't know how you would succeed.
I don't know.
I would request that you don't try to manipulate me.
I don't want to. I like you.
Why are you manipulating men?
I am sowing seeds of morality and doubt.
Oh, okay. So manipulating them in a good way.
Yeah. I'm tricking them into being better people than they are currently, because I think they can be. I hope I'm not wrong.
Who are you tricking?
His name's Thessaly. He seemed nice.
What does he do?
He's a guard. I don't know. I don't think he does anything in particular.
Well, if you were to consider his social situation, if merchant caravans are getting more restrictive and he didn't have steady guard work before, maybe an opportunistic mercenary band was something that was enough to put food on the table.
Yeah.
Other people could be playing him too.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Get the sense that that's a lot of these people. I don't think they all are, mustache twirling villains from storybooks. I think a lot of them are just people trying to survive, but they don't know what they're in for.
I don't think I've seen a single work of fiction where there's a mustache twirling victim.
Villain.
Or villain, yeah.
I don't know. I don't think well, there was a couple that Chimera had with the rats, but most of them were pictures, and I think the kids drew the pictures.
Most of my people's stories did not have mustaches. Most of the Strix don't grow them.
That makes a lot of sense. I always wondered how you were so clean shaven.
You know how much it hurts to fly past something and get a mustache hooked on it?
No.
A lot, very quickly, and then dull, aching pain for a very long time.
That makes sense. I will do my best not to grow a mustache.
I wish you all the lucks and no hairs.
Thank you.
And he goes back to his reading.
Just sitting there thinking, no mustache, no mustache, no mustache. Anti-mustache thoughts.
Anti-mustache thoughts. Well, we've got about an hour left here, and I want to get a little bit more to eat, because that was freaking delicious. Cool. So I'm going to say let's take a quick 10, everybody. And we've got one more time slot before we go to lunch with the prince and his bride-to-be. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody.
Did Erin...
Oh, yeah, Erin rolled her check, and she snuck around and was doing sneaky business.
Hell yeah.
Yes, but did we find anything while sneaking?
Yes, I will give you guys all the recaps of the things that you find, but so far you have identified at least 3 routes to maneuver people through the state itself without being noticed, and you have at least one pretty safe exit route, physically safe, next to some people, and one less physically safe that would avoid people and get you out of the estate. You guys have found a couple ways out so far, and definitely places or ways to move people through. So we'll be back in 10. Thanks, everybody. Oh God, no. Corin would never have the Confucian style long facial hair, because that exact reason. You fly, you get it grabbed on something, and it rips out of your face. Yep. Absolutely not.
Fuck. Yeah.
Like jumping off a building, getting your eye hooked on a nail.
My mustache hairs, like you can't do soda cans.
Soda
No,
cans are
Can you
out.
not?
No, mine's way too long. It needs trimming, but yeah, getting caught
You'll
on
get
like
caught in the tab of the soda.
oh, it's the worst.
So
Oh,
as you're
God.
going to
Do
sip,
not
and you're
make-
like, ah, that's delicious, and then you go to pull, and as you pull, it. Clunk. Yeah,
Oh,
it
God.
sucks.
Super fun. All right, we'll be back. Hey everybody, we're back. Brought to you live by Thornak, Destroyer of Worlds. It's gonna be fucking everywhere. All right. So we've got another round of stuff to do as we were running around trying to figure out ways out. You guys discovered a couple exits, one a little bit more dangerous, one a little bit less dangerous in terms of physical, and then the inverse of how dangerous they are in terms of people spotting you. And we've got a couple routes mapped throughout the palace. Nothing concrete though, locked down yet, and been a little bit of attention coming our direction, just from us running into folks and asking questions or being in the wrong place. But nothing has really thrown us off in terms of being able to continue scouting around. So we'll open it back up for the second time block while we're moving around. Corin's gonna keep looking through the books. Like that's just where he's got some ability to contribute to this, is like, how does the law work on our side here? Okay. He's not been doing well, still having a hard time running things down. So instead, he's not going to look at that book. We're going to re-roll that at mythic proficiency. Good lord.
Of course.
Just doing fucking terrible. Yeah, I rolled a 6 on a dice and then rolled a 3 on a dice, so I am slaying out here. But he's at least not drawing any attention. He's just sitting inside the room reading books, trying to figure things out. But that being said, Aaron is currently out and about sneaking. You guys want her to continue to do that and try to look for exits or ways to move people?
Yeah, ways to move people.
Okay.
Yeah, let's have her keep running reconnaissance.
She will do that. What are the rest of you going to get into?
I think I would, at a certain point, just kind of find Viola.
Hey, so what should I be doing? Because you guys are looking for like exits and sneaking around and stuff. I'm not really good at that. Should I talk to people?
Make friends.
Bribe people? Oh, okay, I did that already. Anyone in particular?
This is going to sound cold, but useful allies.
Okay.
I would say people in charge of serving staff.
Make question their reason for being here as making a friend.
Yes. That was going to be... I was going to try to also find safe people around here. People that we could potentially leverage.
I'm gonna go talk to the princess. Bride? Is she a princess?
Princess
Not yet.
Bride.
I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to her.
The wedding proposal. Any How I Met Your Mother fans? The wedding bride. Yeah.
The betrothed.
Okay. Going to go make your way to speak to her. Asking for official help to get there, or just out rolling about? Oh, looks like Gabe has something to add.
Yeah, go.
Zach has a question. Is stream frozen for anyone else?
Oh,
Uh-oh.
let's find out.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Good, it is not just me.
Oh, did OBS freeze?
OBS?